This week on JambarTV, we'll preview the Westfest music event this Saturday. Next, we'll strut into the Everybody Fashion Show. Then, we'll discuss the softball team's undefeated conference record.
Hello, and welcome to JambarTV. I'm Caitlin McCarthy.
And I'm Reagan Hilton.
With only one pair of candidates running for next year, SGA has been making plans to keep you involved in the election process. Samantha Smith has more on the story.
The candidates running this year for president and vice president are Alexander Pepa and Jordan Pintar. Pepa said campaigning this year is unique.
We're doing it a little bit differently. We're just trying to sort of show what we want to accomplish. We're just ahead of time so the students can see that and sort of make our face is known.
The two are using Instagram to promote themselves and let students know what their initiatives for the university are. Pintar said their initiatives include improving campus life, community partnership, addressing food insecurity, and community involvement.
We actually get a budget as student government to be able to spend it on resources for the campus. So that's where our first initiative kind of comes in. So there's a lot of little things within it. So doing things that will improve campus life as a whole. So we wanted to expand Ant Flow. We wanted to expand Penguin shuttle destinations, get more resources for students on campus, have more food options, kind of a lot of things like that.
For more information about Pepa and Pintar's campaign, visit their Instagram page. For JambarTV, I'm Samantha Smith.
The TV show Shark Tank is taking a bite out of the ETC. A student-oriented event similar to the popular TV show will allow students to compete for money and fundraising for their own projects on April 26th. Students must pitch their ideas to a group of judges, one being former First Lady Ellen Tressel. The registration deadline is set for March 27th.
Lauren Lease, acting chair of Humanities and Social Sciences, uses her expertise in biological anthropology to bring closure to the families of missing persons. If the Youngstown Police Department or Mahoning County Coroner's Office has skeletal remains that they need help identifying, they contact Lease for assistance. Lease specializes in skeletal biology and can provide a biological profile that can indicate stature, sex, age, and more. This helps narrow down the list of missing persons and makes it easier for the bones to be identified.
No one should go through their life not knowing what happened to their loved one. And so if I can help out in any manner, I try to do so.
Last year, Lease received national recognition for helping the police identity of the skeletal remains of a woman who had been missing since 2017. For more information, check out this week's edition of the Jambar.
Westside Bowl is holding their third Westfest March 25th. Reporter Madison Fessler has more.
Westside Bowl opened 5 years ago and created Westfest to celebrate its anniversary. Nathan Offerdahl, owner of Westside Bowl, says that he believes this year's crowd will be the biggest one to date.
We're starting to see a shift back to what ticket purchasing was like pre-pandemic. And so I think this year probably is going to be the best one yet.
There are 8 local bands like Sedona, Speedo Agrito, East 9th, and the Goners that are set to play. The headliner this year is Moondivers. Ryan Rakita, member of East 9th, says bands are picked by popularity and how long the band has existed.
So just, things that people get excited about, bands they haven't seen in a while, bands that have, a longer reputation, good following, bands that people want to see.
Westside Bowl's venue offers a more intimate band-to-audience interaction. Justin Barnett, drummer for the Goners, says he enjoys playing at Westside Bowl.
I love the crowd interaction. It's so much fun, seeing everyone dance around, sing our own songs back to us. It's always a good time.
Doors open at 4 p.m. and music starts at 5 p.m. Tickets can be purchased online at Westside Bowl's website or at the door.
For JambarTV, I'm Madison Fessler.
This week, the university participated in YSU Serves. The week was dedicated to public service by student activities. Volunteers were able to help tend to the care closet, participate in activities like a period pain simulator, and sign up for volunteer hours. The events will continue through Saturday and end with the Gwen's March Madness basketball game at the Stambaugh Stadium.
The University Archives is gathering pieces for 2 collections revolving around the COVID-19 pandemic. One of these, the COVID Experience Collection, takes submissions from students and staff. Cassie Nesper, curator of the University Archives and Melnick Medical Museum, explains how the collection started.
The COVID experience stuff, I realized we were collecting very much from the top down. This was all like, what the university was doing for the students, but we weren't collecting anything about the experience of living that from a personal standpoint.
You can still submit to the collection, COVID Experience Collection. You'll find the form on the Mogg Library website.
Many YSU students give their blood plasma for money. Plasma, the liquid part of blood, is extracted through a process called plasmapheresis and can be used for transfusions and drugs. The U.S. is the largest plasma export and one of the only countries to allow people to make money off their plasma. George Marofmis, a junior graphic and interactive design major, said he gives his plasma for extra cash and to help people.
I'm not relying on it super heavily as like a crutch. It's just more to get a little bit of extra floating money between two paychecks. It's also just kind of a good thing to do because, they can use that sort of plasma to help make antibodies and do transfusions for people and whatnot.
Kathleen McLaughlin is a journalist who recently released a book on the plasma industry.
It's become just kind of a thing that college kids do in order to, support themselves, to buy books, to buy groceries, to have a little money to go have some extra fun. It doesn't, I don't think, come with the same kind of stigma that it does among working adults.
If interested in McLaughlin's work, follow her on Twitter. If interested in buying her book, go to the Simon & Schuster website.
YS Unity and the Melnick Medical Museum held a presentation on late local plastic surgeon Dr. Richard Murray. Executive producer Cheyenne Gibbons has more.
Ginger Williams, a board member of Trans Ohio, presented a speech about Dr. Murray. Murray was the first to perform gender-affirming surgeries in Ohio in the early 70s.
Surgeries. So this article is dated January of 73. Given the information in here, we put the surgery as happening in September of 1972. Okay, which makes this, as far as I can find, the first gender-affirming surgery in the state of Ohio.
Murray performed many gender-affirming surgeries in his Meta Art building located on Glenwood Avenue. YSU Unity President Raven Gorell was in charge of making flyers and spreading word about the presentation. Gorell said she was most excited for people to learn about Youngstown's progressive past.
A lot of people do not think of our area as a progressive, LGBTQ friendly area, and it's very nice to know that this has been a very progressive area and that we had a doctor here who was doing gender affirming surgeries over 50 years ago.
Williams has been collecting information about Marie for 4 to 5 years. Williams says Marie had a lot of passions and pursued plastic surgery to combine the arts and medical field.
I found that Dr. Murray is a complex person. He was a surgeon, an artist, an author, a sculptor, an educator. He was a patron of the arts, a humanitarian, a conservative. He was a risk taker, a lecturer, a philanthropist, a prognosticator. He was a volunteer.
This was Williams' first presentation on Dr. Murray, but plans to continue gathering information and presenting to more audience members.
For JambarTV, I'm Cheyenne Gibbons.
Workflow was interrupted for staff and students in Kilcawley Center yesterday as fire alarms sounded throughout the building. The Youngstown Fire Department was on scene and said smoke from Chick-fil-A triggered the alarms. No fire occurred and patrons were allowed back inside within 20 minutes. Well guys, let's shoot things over to weather. Zunday, how's it looking this weekend?
This weather is looking cloudy with a thunderstorm on Saturday, but things will clear up towards the end of the weekend and the beginning of the week. I'll have a more detailed report after the break.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's Communication Department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa, and I'm Y and proud.
Hey kid, you wanna try some exercise?
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should even be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
Hello and welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Zonday Smith and this is your weekly weather forecast. Let's jump right into this weekend's radar. Today is looking gray with plenty of clouds throughout the day and a 20% chance for rain. By tonight, the chance for rain jumps to 98% with a small chance for thunderstorms. On Saturday, we'll see wind speeds reach 45 miles per hour. The chance for rain is 88% and the chance for thunderstorms is 35%. Saturday night, those wind speeds will stick around, but the chance for rain drops to just 25%. Sunday will be our sunniest day of the weekend with just a 25 cloud coverage. Sunday night, those conditions will remain mostly the same with only a 10% chance for rain. Now, let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. Today, the high will reach 47 and the low will be 42. Saturday will be our warmest day of the weekend with a high, the low 60s, and drop to a chance at 33 at night. Sunday will be our nicest day. The weekend with a high of 50 and a low of 33. Monday, the high will be 52, but unfortunately, we're going to see some rain that day and the low will be 32. That's it for this weekend's forecast, but you'll want to stick around because Zoe Bechtel will be in the studio with the latest student life.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud. You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud. You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together,
I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm Zoe Bechtel. Students in the Fashion Show Productions and Promotions course are preparing for the 2023 Everybody Fashion Show. Jambar reporter Molly Burke has more.
More than 120 models will walk the runway to promote body positivity and showcase the work of YSU fashion students at 6 p.m. on April 12th in the Beagley Center. Jennifer Frank, fashion and merchandising professor, said the students have been working since January to prepare for the fashion show.
They learn everything from start to finish to produce and promote a fashion show. We create all the invitations, they recruit the models, they decide on what categories of merchandise they want in the show, they choose the music.
Senior marketing major Maya Snyder said she and some other fashion students have their own clothing businesses. Snyder's pieces will be featured on the runway.
So we do have some current and past students who own their own businesses. I myself do own a business, So What So This. I create mainly accessories. You will see some of my pieces down on the runway this year.
Aurora Ferris, sophomore biology pre-pharmacy major, said she participated in the fashion show last year, so she is looking forward to modeling this year.
Well, at this show, I just love being on the runway. I just love meeting all the different people. There's just so many people here, all the different outfits. It's so fun to see everything. It's just like amazing to see what everybody puts together.
The Everybody Fashion Show will be free and open to the public. Those interested in modeling can contact Jennifer Frank. For more information, head to the YSU Fashion and Interior Merchandising Facebook page. Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Molly Burke.
Every year, one organization on campus holds an event to celebrate money raised for children receiving hospital treatment. Editor-in-Chief Elizabeth Koss reports.
Gwinathon, a student organization dedicated to helping families of children who are receiving treatment from Akron Children's Hospital, will be filling the Beagley Center on April 1st to celebrate all the monies they've raised through the year.
The Slumber Party themed event will have YSU students, families, and children celebrating the money raised through a variety of games and activities. Celeste Kaplan, a member of Gwinathon who is on their recruitment team, described one of the traditions everyone participates in at the event.
At the end of the night, everyone gets in a circle. We all have been wearing hospital bracelets for the dance, and the kids come around and cut those bracelets off while one of the Miracle Moms talks about how not every kid gets to go home at the end of the day like we get to go home.
Last year, the organization raised over $72,000. It also serves undercompensated areas of Akron Children's Hospital, according to Brittany Costa, the Children's Miracle Network Hospital's program manager.
It is one of our best programs. Every year it has raised more money than years past. And it raises funds for our area of greatest need at the hospital to help out with different things like some of our programs that aren't compensated with certain funds.
Registration is free this year for all participants, but you must register online at gwinathon.ysu.edu.
Reporting for the Jambar, I'm Elizabeth Koss.
YSU's 28th Flute Festival featured guest artists Soo Kyung Park, a U.S. Navy Fleet Forces woodwind quintet, and YSU professor Catherine Umble from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on March 28th at Bliss Hall. The public event had exhibits and a master class before ending with a flute ensemble concert.
It's just a day filled with networking with different artists in the area, getting to know the music school here at YSU, not just the flute studio, but getting to know the school and different professors here.
The Flute Festival occurs every March on a Saturday. The event is an opportunity for any local high school flute player to check out the YSU music program and see what it offers. YSU's Business Lecture Series is working to attract new audiences through diverse speakers. The Thomas Colloquium is hosted by YSU and the Williamson College of Business Administration. The next speaker will be Indra Nooyi, the former CEO of PepsiCo. Nooyi is credited for doubling the company's revenue. Kelly Wilkinson, Dean of the WCBA, hopes New Year's accomplishments will encourage YSU students and empower women in business.
This town is full of strong, successful women, and it could be, and you can follow them, and they are willing to help, to guide, to mentor, and we need to take advantage of that.
The board is planning to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion with the event. For more information, visit YSU's website. Stay where you are, as Molly Burke will be in the studio for sports when we come back.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud. You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education, and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm Y and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. Now let's talk all things sports. The Youngstown State University men's basketball team finished its historic season with a heartbreaking loss to Oklahoma State University in the National Invitational Tournament March 15th. Oklahoma State had 5 players score in double figures and defeated Youngstown State 69-64. Senior Dwayne Cohill scored a game-high 25 points in his final collegiate game, while senior Brad Rush added 12 points in an effort to secure a Penguins victory. The Penguins held the lead until the 6-minute and 53-second mark of the second half.
I mean, we're keeping them in check, and then second half, there was about, I think, 5 or 6 minutes. They got probably 7, 8 offensive rebounds, so it just, that was a turning point in the game for us.
The men's basketball team's record-breaking season at the Division I level ends with a 24-10 record, tying the most wins in program history. The men ended on a positive note by earning a spot for the first time in the NIT. The YSU baseball team is playing some big teams. This season, the Penguins are going against the Nittany Lions at Penn State on April 18th. But the Penguins head coach Dan Bertolini says the team won't be intimidated.
In this game, we all put our pants on the same way, and anybody can beat anybody on any given night.
YSU players spoke to us and said they're up to the challenge and looking to build their skills in the process. The team is currently 4-15 with a conference record of 1-2. The team is playing a 3-game series starting tonight against the Milwaukee Panthers. The YSU softball team opened up at home at the Covelli Sports Complex, playing 2 doubleheaders. Jambar reporter Cameron Nemi has more.
The Youngstown State University softball team had their home opener right here on March 21st as they took on Purdue Fort Wayne in a doubleheader. They also hosted Morehead State here on March 22nd for another doubleheader. The Penguins swept the Mastodons in their first 2 games. In the first game, Youngstown won 4-3, thanks to Concetta Rinaldi's RBI single to left field securing the victory. In the second game, the Penguins dominated in a 7-2 victory, starting off conference play 2-0. Head coach Brian Campbell spoke after the Fort Wayne game about his team's performance.
We had 4 hits, if I'm not mistaken, in the first game, and the one kid gets on and we hit a 2-run bomb to make it a 3-2 ball game, and that's it doesn't take a lot of hits as long as you're clutching those certain ones, and I think that's what we had the first game, and I think the second game is we just kind of felt it and was able to put a few runs up each the first 3 innings, and as a coach, I want to see him finish.
Campbell also spoke on his message to the team ahead of the Morehead State game.
We'll rotate some kids in and those things there, and get a few kids maybe a day off and be a non-conference going into this conference. So, but even when we rotate, they're expected to compete, and do those things there that anybody else in the lineup would be.
The Penguins hosted Morehead State the following day on March 22nd. In the first game, Youngstown State came out on top by a final of 6-2. The Beakers tied the game at 2 in the top of the 6th inning. The Penguins then went on to score 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th to secure the victory. They were led by Jillian Jaxie, who hit a 2-run double, giving the Gwins a 4-point lead. In the second game, Youngstown State took an early 1-0 lead. Morehead State would tie the game at 1 in the top of the 4th inning. In the bottom of the 6th, Bree Kolar hit a single, bringing in 2 runs for the Penguins, giving them a 3-1 lead and eventually giving them its 4th victory in just 2 days. The Penguins will travel to Detroit to play a 3-game series against the University of Detroit Mercy. First is a doubleheader at 12 p.m. and at 2 p.m. on March 25th, followed by the final game at 1 p.m. on March 26th. To watch the games, go to ESPN Plus or view live stats on ysusports.com.
The Youngstown State University bowling team finished out its regular season on a positive note. Jambar Sports editor John Ostapowicz has more.
Youngstown State had an impressive showing at the Vanderbilt Music City Classic at the Smyra Bowling Center, March 17th to 19th. The Penguins started day 1 of the tournament with a 4-1 head-to-head record. The only loss of the day was against the 5th-ranked Stephen F. Austin State University, 1,006 to 1,036. The team started strong as it toppled the 7th-seeded North Carolina A&T State University. The women followed up the victory with 3 straight wins. The bowling team headed into day 2, 102 pins ahead of 6th place. The Penguins followed up their performance with a win over the 2nd-ranked Vanderbilt University. Sophomore Madison Dosick played a key role in day 2 as she bowled a 199.
We have a very deep roster, so we are very able to bring anybody in, whether it's mid-match 1, it's match 5.
The bowling team finished the tournament strong with a win over Maryville University. With the final tournament of the regular season, head coach Doug Kaburski knows the importance of carrying the momentum into the postseason.
Focusing on those little things, getting better as a team in every which way on and off the lane. So it's just really just building from the momentum.
The bowling team looks to finish its season on a high note with a win at the Southland Bowling Championships in Rowlett, Texas at the Rowlett Bowlerama. The Penguins will take on Sam Houston in a double elimination tournament. The first 2 rounds are set for March 24th. Follow the bowling team at ysusports.com or watch it on the Athletics YouTube page. For JambarTV, I'm John Ostapowicz.
The YSU women's tennis team went on the road to Pittsburgh to face off against Duquesne University March 17th. The team nabbed the win on the road 5-2 against the Dukes. The women will return to the court April 1st to take on Cleveland State University, the first conference match of the season. The men's tennis team competed in a doubleheader March 17th against Illinois State University and the University of North Carolina Wilmington. The Penguins were victorious in their first matchup against the Redbirds, winning 4-3. In their second matchup, the Penguins took a loss against the Seahawks, losing 4-0. The men will be back in action March 25th to take on the Norse of Northern Kentucky University, which also begins the conference play for the Penguins. All right, guys, stick around because Zonde will be back in the studio to give us our weather recap.
We're going to see some warmer temperatures this weekend, but the rain and clouds will make the conditions outside less than ideal. Stay safe, penguins.
All right, that's all the time we have for today. Stay safe, penguins.
Support for JambarTV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.